Because I'm live. Everything is playing all right on my side. What should I do? Should I come out and go back in?
Let me add myself.
Okay, I'm seeing.
Okay. All righty. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Welcome to another edition of Gifted Fingers Touching Lives, a gift, a calling, a purpose. I do apologize. I had a technical glitch just now. That's why you didn't see or hear me. Or if you were seeing me, I wasn't seeing you. But I welcome everyone to the show this evening. Of course, my guest is Dennis Rushton, live out of Jamaica, as we would say, straight from yard, live from yard.
Yeah,
Dennis,
yeah,
second,
yeah, man,
second time around with the two
yeah,
of us.
man.
How you do, Dennis
Well,
Rushton?
I am great. I'm great. I'm enjoying life. God has been faithful. Life is wonderful. No major complaints. A little thing here and there. As you know, I'm no longer 16, and I have to accept that. Um,
Yes,
albeit I'm only 17.
that's
but
right.
um, but life is fine. Life is good, and we're just staying focused and doing what we have to do. Take it one day at a time during this pandemic.
I know, and
I
what a
almost said
change.
I almost said pandemic, but it's pandemic.
Yeah, well, we don't know about the plan part, but it is out there. People say things and all of that, but um, it's very nice. I can say that it's very
Yes.
nice. We've been having little connections these past few days,
Oh yes.
and it has been good.
Yes.
I just want my audience to know, as I mentioned, second time around, a few years ago, I interviewed you via radio, and it had to do with the All Together Sing.
Right.
And that was a good interview.
Oh
We were
yes.
so informed, and we are totally just in awe of all the things that you do, building, a part of the building of the nation of Jamaica, while we're all here just sitting back, relaxing, and enjoying the hard work that you are all putting in. But we appreciate you, and it's Black History Month, and we're just celebrating all of you, all of you who have been doing so well in the music industry and just about every facet of um, life in Jamaica. So thank you, Dennis Rushton, being here
Uh,
with me. I want to always acknowledge Garnet Gibson for, you know, being a part of the team with me, ensuring that we have everything that we need to function optimally, I like to
yes.
say. And so here we are this evening. So, for those of you, it's your first time. My name is Denise, Lady D Gomez. I am the host of Inside the Zone with Lady D. It airs twice weekly here in New York on Linkage Radio, 104.5, 101.7, and on Thursdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I've been doing it for several years now, loving the journey and being a little more creative, which is why Dennis is here with me out of this whole creativity thing.
Yes.
Yes. And so we've been touching lives. This is Gifted Fingers Touching Lives, a gift, a calling, a purpose, designed for gifted musicians. And the journey has been good. I've had some really good musicians. And, today is February 5. What can I say? Dennis is with me.
Right.
If you tuned in earlier, you heard a beautiful medley that Dennis actually sat down and put together for us, and we enjoyed it. I am not sure if it played in its entirety because I had that
Yes, it played
it,
right to the end.
it played right to the end. Okay, so that's good. So Dennis, of course, we'll be talking, you'll be playing. I must let our audience know that Dennis will not be playing live, but man, we do have some nice pre-recorded videos here that he has done for us. So let's start talking. Dennis, where are you from? We know you're Jamaican.
Oh, yeah, I'm from Kingston, Jamaica. I was born at the University Hospital of the West Indies. I first lived in Pembroke Hall. Pembroke
Okay.
Hall is off the boulevard. Lived there
Mm-hmm.
for a number of years, then I moved. And that's pretty much my history as far as I am concerned. But my
Yeah.
father is from Lucy, My
Mm-hmm.
Hanover, my mother is from Bond Street, I think, or Upper
Okay.
St. Andrews. Yes, she used to live either between Bond Street and or Upper St. Andrew, the hills of Upper St. Andrew.
Okay.
So two different worlds, you know.
Two different girls. So where did you go to school? You know, a lot of us want to know where you start school when you were a
Yeah.
picnic.
When I just born, I used to go to Mavisville Prep. I
Okay.
went there until I got to about grade three, and then my
Hmm.
parents moved me to St. Richard's Primary because St. Richard's Primary was closer to where we lived at the time. So
Okay.
they moved me, and I stayed there until I got to grade six. I did the common entrance. I was very bright. I barely missed the government scholarship by a few marks,
Oh,
and I got to Calabar. I spent 6 years at Calabar High School, one of the greatest high schools in this country.
yes, sir.
And I really wanted to say the greatest, but I'll just settle for one of the greatest. And
Yes.
uh, left Calabar. I did some studies with Excelsior Community College.
Mm-hmm.
Between there and UTech, I was studying computer sciences and so on, business administration, accounting, those things. And then one day I just walked off,
Oh, you leave
just
the work.
just stopped, just stopped. I worked at the light and power company for a number of years. Again,
Okay.
after
Mm-hmm.
about 7 years, I said no, no. And my father died in 1999.
Mm.
So I thought that was a perfect excuse. So I said, Mom, well, I need to come and look after you.
Okay.
So that was the first time she finally said yes. Because all
Mm.
along she kept saying, no, you have to hold on to your job. It is stable. And then
Yes.
I'm going to this job and I'm having headaches and nightmares and because I don't want to go. Because my passion,
Mm-hmm.
I had a passion and still have a passion for music,
Yes.
and table tennis.
Right. We'll get to that.
Right.
Uh-huh.
So with that kind of passion and daddy died, I thought it was a perfect opportunity to spend some time with doing more music as well as spend some time with my mother. So I left the job at the light and power company.
Mm-hmm.
I had established a home studio just for my purposes, not to record the world.
Okay.
And then I spent the time at home.
Oh.
And right, because the recording studio is in the house
Mm-hmm.
where we lived at the time. And I would just record the songs and give them to radio stations and recording companies and so on and so forth. And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
it's been a journey, and man, I have seen you. Ladies and gentlemen, the pre recorded clips that Dennis sent me, I actually sat down and just watched. I said, Lord have mercy. Dennis, you good. You know, I have to
right.
say you're so good.
Thank you.
So, yes, I'm like, oh my God, there's some of us who are just born for certain things, you know. So, you've
Thank you.
just shared now. So, the musical career, bit of it, you
Right.
know, how it started.
Right. Well, that started in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
So I went full time in 2000. And then, of course, as you know, BET called that same year
Yeah.
and showcased me. But I really never started professional music until about 2003. No,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. The professional music started in 1993, right?
Okay.
Back in the days at Devon House, I used to play
Mm-hmm.
jazz with Floyd Foss.
Mm-hmm.
But then, the passion, the music in the nights, and the light and power company job in the day, and the clashes, and
Yes.
oh gosh, I can't be at two places at one time.
Same
So
time.
with all of that, I left, and then I went full time into year 2000, and in
Mm-hmm.
the same year, BT called and
Mm-hmm.
showcased me all around the place,
Right. So
135 days.
I do have that a little further down, so you
Okay,
can
okay,
share with us how that went. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome. Of course, you know, Dennis, it's an interactive platform. So I start posting the lower
Yeah.
thirds with all our audience here. Gary says, nice playing so effortlessly.
Thank you, Sir
Mhm,
Gail. Thank you.
yes. And Brenda says, nice, amazing. Brenda,
Wow.
you don't see anything yet. Coming up in a few, I have some more for you.
Hi, Tamika.
Yes, Tamika says she's in Jamaica. She
Oh,
says good night. Yes, Tamika is in Jamaica. So, ladies and gentlemen, taking you to another selection of Dennis Rushton. Please sit back, relax, enjoy, and please share with someone you know and say, hey, Gifted Fingers Touching Lives is on. And guess who is Lady D? Guess Dennis Rushton live from Jamaica. Taking you to some music now. It's 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. And by the way, Dennis has had several interviews, ladies and gentlemen. So this video is courtesy of Television Jamaica. God.
Wow. That was
Dennis.
what? That was 13 years ago
Oh,
in
yes.
Ultra. Yes, in
Yes.
Ultra.
Dennis.
Wow.
I have never seen anybody use the head, the elbow, lean into the keys. Oh,
Oh,
Dennis, that was amazing. What was that like for you? Where did you go
oh.
in that moment?
Boy, I wasn't
Oh my
conscious.
God.
I wasn't conscious. I wasn't conscious at all. I'm watching and I'm saying, hold on, when did that happen?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't really
Oh my
conscious.
God.
Yeah, when
That's
you get into it, boy, you just Arnold Kelly.
Arnold. Here, I say Arnold
Oh,
is here. Welcome,
wow.
Arnold Kelly, in the Word
Welcome,
Ultra
the Arnold
Broadcast.
Kelly.
Yes, yes.
Yes, I must
Amazing.
big up. Pardon me. I must big up Arnold. Arnold is one of those persons who believed in me from day one. Arnold was
Mhm.
one of those persons who got behind me and supported me from day one. You know,
Wow.
so
Yes,
I have to big him
yes.
up. Yes, man.
Yeah, that was so
Thank
good.
you.
Oh my
Thank you.
God,
Thank you.
Dennis. I watched it before, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm also in the moment. It
Yeah.
was, yes, it was so good. When I saw it, I'm like, who used their elbow? And their
Garnet.
head. Yes, 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 yes. Amazing. Garnet says a hair raising performance.
Oh
That
my.
is
Thank you,
that is
Garnet.
so true. That
Thank
was
you, Garnet.
that was off the chain, off the chain. So let's keep talking here
Mhm.
now.
Sure.
So we hear that you've been around the block a bit. You
Right.
know, you've appeared on BET and Word Network. What was that experience like for you?
Oh, just
And how many people I had here in the bio? I saw where it said, and I have to read it for our audience. It said, reaching an estimated audience of over 200 million viewers in over 150 countries.
right. Right.
Share
Uh,
that with us,
um.
Dennis.
Well, I had just left a job at the light and power company, and I left the December of '99. So in January 1, 2000, you remember Y2K and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
turn of the century. I became a full time musician, and about September, I got a call from a mutual friend, and he said to me that BET was looking for some musicians from the Caribbean, and that my name came up
Mm-hmm.
on the list. I said, really? Then how BT would know about me? He said, well, they know, they've been searching around, and my name came up, and they asked if I would be interested. So I said, sure. I mean, who's going to tell BT no? So I accepted. I went down to Negril
Mm-hmm.
to shoot the video. I took Bobby Strutt, the former drummer for Change, and Dale Brown was with
Okay.
me on bass, and we shot some music for about an hour, and then they have shown it over and over again.
Mm.
And as you heard, many countries across the world, and it's just been a wonderful experience. And a matter of fact, the BET recording opened a lot of doors for me, because a
Yes.
lot of local doors, because I had been knocking on some doors locally, and they weren't really paying me any mind. But after
Mm-hmm.
they discovered me on BET, Sean Paul said, "Just give me the light."
That's right.
So
Yes.
I got the light, and and
Yeah.
they discovered me, and then that started opening a lot of local
Lot of
doors in the media.
doors.
I did a lot of I've done a lot of radio and television and so on.
Stuff.
And then
Mm-hmm.
Word Network now, I was music director for Glacier Robinson for many years.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So because of that, we did a lot of stuff together. And one day I was in New York in a church playing for her, and the pastor liked us. He really liked our music and stuff, and the church liked us. And he asked us to come to the church on the Monday. I said, okay. And then he set up his cameras and everything. And he didn't quite tell us before, but we trusted.
Uh-huh.
And when he said, just worship, and we just played and sang, and we just worship, no problem.
Yes.
And then after she said, "Listen, guys, I'm going to put this on the World Network." That was just a moment, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he showed it, and we got a lot of positive responses.
Wonderful. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here talking with Dennis Rushton, a gifted pianist from
Thank you.
Jamaica, and it has been good so far. I'm still in awe of the previous clip. So, welcome. And of course, you can post your comments here. I will display them here in the lower third. So you can, say, hey, big up Dennis, me know you long time, or I just know him, but man, I need to know so much more about him. Yes, Dennis. So let me just continue the conversation, and then we'll
Sure.
go into some musical selection. So we just spoke about the BET and the Word Network experience, and you're well sought after. So my first interview with you was centered around the TVJs All Together Sing,
Right.
and you are the veteran judge.
Right.
Is that still going on now in this COVID
Well,
season?
we are on a break for the we have been on a break for the last 2 years for obvious reasons.
Yeah,
Choirs are banned. I mean, even my local assembly, we
mine
we
too.
we don't
Mm-hmm.
have choirs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we're on a pause. I'm still waiting on the producer or the producers to decide
Yes.
what direction we're going to take.
Mm-hmm.
Um, we're in discussions, but we're waiting to see what is going to happen.
Happen. So
Yeah.
tell the audience what exactly is All Together Sing.
Well, Altogether Sing is a high school choir competition,
Mm-hmm.
televised competition. The public is invited to participate by voting. They share the voting between the judges. So the
Mm-hmm.
judges control 50% of the vote, and the public controls 50% of the vote. We go through 10 rounds, I believe. When we get to the last two rounds, the public decides. So
Mm-hmm.
the judges being a part of the voting helps to assist with quality control,
Yes.
you know,
Okay.
because sometimes what happens is that, you have a favorite or a guy who's a crowd favorite or a choir that's a crowd favorite, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not necessarily a good choir. So we have had to make sure that the judges help to, steer the vote. And
Yeah.
then when we get to the last two rounds now, the public decides,
Mm-hmm.
and it's strictly public vote. And it's a very, very, very popular competition.
It is.
A matter of fact, between September and December, I don't mind telling you, I'm sure TVJ wouldn't mind me saying this. We run the road. We
Mm-hmm.
control the media space between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock
Yeah, man. They're
for
good.
10 weeks between September and December.
Mm-hmm.
And out of it, we have produced stars, people like Romaine Virgo,
Yes.
and several
Mm-hmm.
others,
Mm-hmm.
Jody and Pantry,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of others, uh, Princess Tia, and so on and so forth.
Yes, yes. And I really like the creativity of the directors, whether it's their teacher or whoever they
Right.
have as their musical producer and what have you. Man, they're creative when they do some African and reggae
Yes.
experience.
Yes. And the
Yeah,
costumes,
and the costumes.
and the hairstyles,
Yes,
and the
correct.
shoes.
Yeah, yeah, they're
Oh,
bad.
Lord, especially when they're doing this comedy. Oh, gosh,
Yes,
man.
they're good, good.
Yeah,
So
they're
thank you for sharing that with us. And I'm going to be going to some music soon. But when I saw chapel, I'm like, which chapel? Then I said, oh, he worships at Swallowfield Chapel. So share that experience with us.
Oh, Solarfield Chapel is home,
Mm-hmm.
my spiritual home at the moment. I'm grateful. I have no plans to leave. I feel very at home there. They welcome me with open arms. A matter of fact, I was actually invited there by the
Mm.
leaders, by the elders, to come and assist with the music.
Yes.
Um, so I was just supposed to come and assist for a year or two. And at the end of 2 years, they're like, "So where are you going now? You need to stay." And it's been a number of years, and I'm still there, and I am really enjoying it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel loved.
Mm-hmm.
They have welcomed myself and my wife, Carlisha, and they're very supportive, very supportive. They even come to my concerts, they come to my shows, they watch all together sing. They follow me around, they support me, and for that I'm grateful. And I also, Pastor also formed this group called Sound of Man, and I serve as the vocal director in that group as well. I'm sorry, I should have put together some videos of
Yeah.
that. You'd love to see that 6 men singing. It's
Mm-hmm.
beautiful. It's awesome.
I'm
Awesome.
sure. All right,
Yeah.
which is the perfect segue into the next selection, Lamb of God,
Ah.
which I love. Enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, Dennis Rushton doing what he does best. Oh,
Ah.
it was wonderful.
Yeah,
Oh, Lamb of God.
yeah,
Beautiful.
moment of worship.
Worship.
Thank
Yes,
you.
yes.
Thank
How
you.
does it feel when you're playing? What does
It's
it
just,
feel like?
it's just a wonderful experience. I mean, I'm at home when I'm in front of a keyboard. I'm very comfortable when I'm in front of a keyboard.
Mhm.
Um, nothing else feels like it. Um, it's like, okay, I could do this all day, all night,
Yeah.
away from table tennis.
Okay, okay.
I
Hmm.
really enjoy playing. I enjoy performing. I enjoy recording too, but I really enjoy performing, especially in front of a live
Live
audience.
audience.
Um, I like doing performances with singers. I like to perform with saxophones, guitars, whatever art form. I really do enjoy
Yes.
performing.
And we'll get to more talking in a
Sure.
minute, but I just want to make the flow go right into it. And here's another selection that you also, it's a pre-recorded one as well. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy. And this is courtesy of Television Jamaica. You know, with because I sit here, I'm like,
Okay,
this is like a
so
Usain and a Safa. Something going.
yeah,
I'm telling
so
you.
there are a few people who have really influenced my musical career. Let me just Andre Campbell, who was featured alongside me a while ago, is one of those
Okay.
guys.
Oh
Andre Campbell
man.
is from Osiris Brownstone. He's actually a relative of Huntley Brown. You may have heard of the Jimmy.
Oh,
Yes, he's a
oh,
relative.
oh,
Okay. So
man.
Andre is from poor Brownstone, and back in the day, there was a hotel called Ritz Carlton, no longer
Mm-hmm.
exists, and
Mm-hmm.
they called me and asked me to come and play piano down there. When I got there, I didn't know Andre Campbell or anything, but he recognized me. He knew me because he was following me around at jazz concerts, like Mutual Life Jazz and so on.
Mm-hmm.
And so he introduced himself, and I said, okay. And, we spoke. And then he was in one restaurant and I was in the other. And
Oh,
then I would take a break early just to go over to hear him play. And when I heard him playing, I'm like, okay, I want to play like that. And so he didn't really teach me, but just being in his presence, and
mm-hmm.
I did. So I'm driving from Kingston to Montego Bay every Sunday for 3 months for no money. I wasn't doing it for money.
Mm-hmm.
I was just doing it to be around Andre because just by being in his presence, I would be inspired. And he just by being around him, just by hearing him play, I became a better musician. My
Man,
confidence grew and stuff. If you don't mind me, I have to big up my teacher though, my original
of
teacher, John
course.
Williams. John
Yes, yes,
Williams,
John. Mm-hmm.
John who took me on.
Mm-hmm.
John took me like a son.
Mm-hmm.
Took me to concerts, introduced me to people, took me all around Jamaica. He was the one who introduced me to Glacier. He opened a lot of doors for me. And
Mm-hmm.
for that, I'm forever grateful. And I've promised him that every interview I do, I will always big up John Williams. That's my
Of
best way of
course.
paying him back, you know?
Yes, yes, yes. But Dennis,
Yeah.
that was amazing a while ago. I'm
Thank
like,
you, man.
look at
Thank you.
these men.
And by
Oh,
the way, it was not rehearsed. We were at the
mhm.
studio, and Neville Bell, you know Neville Bell,
Yes,
because you
yes.
saw him on it. Neville Bell
Mhm.
said, the two of you just play something, because we were about to do Jazz in the Gardens. And him said, the two of you just play something. So we're like, really? No rehearsal or anything live on TV, Smile Jamaica. And
Yeah.
we just came up with Satin Doll and we just started playing. No rehearsal. We had no idea what we were going to do, but
Mhm.
we have a connection. Um,
Yes.
Andre is one of the few musicians I can call tomorrow and we do a show, no rehearsal, and we click.
Man.
Yeah, we have that kind of synergy.
That's what we're talking about.
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome, 7:47 p.m. If you're just joining us, welcome to another edition of Gifted Fingers Touching Lives. A gift, a calling, a purpose. I'm your host, Lady D, Denise Gomez, live here with my guest out of Yard, Jamaica, Dennis Rushton. And we're having a wonderful time. It is so
Oh,
good.
yes.
Yes, we're flowing, Dennis. We're flowing.
Oh, yes. I can't believe 45 minutes feels so good.
Right? We're flowing nicely, and we acknowledge our audience. They have been commenting here, Dennis. You know, Garnet is like in your corner.
Yes,
He's
man.
he's just saying that you're crushing it. A good friend
Yeah.
of mine, Jackie, says wonderful.
Jacqueline Tyson. Is that the
Wh-
Jacqueline Tyson, the food and beverage Jacqueline Tyson? I'm not
So
sure.
so this Jackie also has her cooking and baking thing going on here in New
Oh,
York.
oh,
Mm,
okay,
here
okay.
in New York, not in
Wow,
Jamaica.
wow. There's
Right.
a Tyson that is, when it comes to food, yeah. So
She's
if
doing
she's
well.
Tyson and she's doing food, yeah, she's well.
Yes.
She's good.
Yes. Okay. Um, Jackie says, I know Andre Campbell.
Yeah, man.
She says he was her neighbor. There you go.
Oh,
See?
small world.
Small world. So, welcome everyone. And while you're on, if you have never heard of Lady D Denise Gomez, now you know. I
Right.
host a platform, Gifted Fingers, on the first Saturday of every month. It's the first Saturday of every month at 7 p.m. And I'd like you to subscribe to my channel, Inside the Zone with Lady D Denise Gomez. You're right there now, and you're like, oh no, I don't know. Well, it doesn't come with a cost. Right, it's
Right.
free. All you need to do is tap the word subscribe. It may ask you to put your email address and your password in. It's yours. Do that. And then you'll be able to actually be visible in the chat. Make your comments, and I'll see the numbers. Because if you don't do that, you'll be, again, I use this, example. It's like, Dennis, you come on somebody's veranda. They're in the hall, but they don't invite you in the hall. So you just catch up on the veranda,
Random. Mm.
right? So you can't go in, go watch no TV, nor not
Oh,
get little
can't
drinks.
can't drink any sorrel with some
No, no,
spirit. Oh, glory,
you
hallelujah.
know, you know, you know, you know. So I'm asking you to subscribe, and we do have some, you know, thing in store for you. So, Dennis, let's talk some more.
Sure.
We just enjoyed such beautiful selection a while ago. So, we spoke about your being at Swallowfield Chapel. And then, I was reading the bio. I said, tennis. Are you a player or you're just the director? What is that?
Oh no, I am a table tennis player.
Okay.
I'm not among the top in Jamaica, but I am a decent player. I'm probably in the C class now.
Hmm.
Um, you have the A class players, you have the B class players, and I'm probably about the top of C now.
Okay.
So I'm on my way. I'm on my
You're on
way.
your way.
I'm very much into table tennis. As a matter of fact, for a while I served on the board, the national board of Jamaica Table Tennis Association.
Hmm.
So I'm very, very serious about table tennis. I really want to see table tennis grow in Jamaica. I really
Yes.
want it to go back to the glory days.
Hmm.
When we used to full stadiums and full the arena and so on.
Yes.
And I don't mind talking. I'm so serious about table tennis that I'm actually teaching my wife to play table tennis now.
Oh, how is
So
that
that
going?
great, so we play in
Mhm.
the park together, we play at home together. um I'm not going to allow her to beat me though. I'm not going to tell her or teach her
And
how to
if
beat
it
me.
happens,
No, that will never happen.
oh
That will
well. Okay.
I just
Yeah.
teaching her to bounce with me and keep the ball on the board.
Yes, yeah.
So she's
We always try to kind of surpass, exceed
yeah,
expectations.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
She has exceeded everything else, but not table tennis. I'm not going to allow
Okay.
that.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see. But that's good because sometimes spouses and the teaching thing don't go very well.
Oh, well, we don't have a problem. I mean, I taught her to drive and she's driving now. She has her license and we don't
Sure.
have a problem. We don't really have a
Okay. All
problem.
right. Nice, nice, nice. So, okay, so that's it about tennis because I was curious. Now, performances. I'm reading the bio. I'm like Wesley Snipes, Dionne Warwick, and so many others. Tell us about this. You've shared stage with these people.
Okay, in some cases, I've shared stages. Like I opened a concert, at least one concert for Kirk Franklin in Jamaica. Um, I was one of the opening acts. Where's the Snipes? How did I end it up? Okay, John John Williams. He
Mhm.
had to fly out suddenly, and he asked me to represent him in Ocherius at a private location, very private, so private I can't call the name of the place.
That's fine.
And it was one of Wesley Snipes' relative that was getting married,
Mhm.
and I had to play at that wedding.
Oh.
Um, I,
Destination wedding.
I am at a loss for words because the place is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
Mm.
And I have done a bit of traveling, including going to the Poconos. So I
Mm.
know what beauty is when I see it. It's beautiful. And I didn't know a place like that existed in Jamaica. So you're talking about the audience is in front of me, their
Mhm.
back is turned towards me. So the audience is facing that way. I am giving the keyboard to play behind them. In front of the audience is the pastor, obviously. Behind the pastor is a waterfall coming down.
Ew.
And we're in a garden. Now, when they give you a piano or a keyboard to play in a setting like that, you understand what's going to happen.
It takes you away,
It
right?
takes you away.
Yes.
Wesley was there and he acknowledged me, he shook his head, and he said, "Well done," and so on. And I felt good, but
Mm-hmm.
the setting of the place, a river running through the place, flowers all around, pets all around, birds all around. Oh gosh, man. Oh
Mm-hmm.
gosh. There on work now, I was playing at the same hotel I mentioned earlier with Andre Campbell, and they were having dinner, and she was having a grand time while we were there performing. I was out there alongside Floyd folks at the time, and she acknowledged us. She said how she loved the music, and we just had a grand time. So I've been
Mm-hmm.
very fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the things you see me do now, I haven't even called anybody. It's just a blessings. Um,
Yes,
I mean, even all together sing, I didn't call them; they called
they
me.
called you.
Even
Mm-hmm.
BET, I didn't call them; they called me. So it's just a blessing. I
Mm-hmm.
like to help people, and I think because I'm like that, I think the Lord has kind of smiled on me, and I've been blessed with some major opportunities,
All
and for
right.
that I'm grateful.
Well, congrats, because the more you make yourself visible, is the more people will see you.
Right, right,
Mhm. That's what
right.
I was
Look
taught.
where I am right now, Lady
You
D. You know what I mean?
visible with me. Yes, here we
Thanks for
go.
reaching out to me, by the way.
Of course, we thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, stay with me. I will be right back. This is Gifted Fingers Touching Lives, a gift, a calling, a purpose. And of course, I'd like to say welcome back. If you are just joining us, we're having a really delightful conversation this evening with Dennis Rushton, live from Jamaica. And I'm here in New York, and we're just enjoying the evening because we're winding down. And, I want to end with some music. That's why you see I'm doing so much talking right now, because I just want to get as much. So, let me see if this is where I got to now, Dennis, where we are at. We talked about Wesley. Okay. Yes, this is what I want to talk about. The Dennis Rushton Q.
Right.
Got
So
to hear about this.
okay, so the Q means quartet or quintet. So there are times when it's just a keyboard, bass, drums, and a voice. The voice usually is my wife, Carlisa.
Okay.
Sometimes it's a quintet, keyboard, bass, drums, my wife singing, and saxophone player.
Mhm.
So the name of the band is the Dennis Rushton Q because it's sometimes a quartet, sometimes it's a quintet,
Quintet.
and
Okay.
obviously Q. Q is the first letter in quartet and quintet.
Mhm.
Um, if it's bigger than that, then it becomes Dennis Rushton and Friends. And of course, as you would have read in the bio, we performed at the Jamaica Jazz and Blues Festival some years ago,
Yes, sir.
and that went over. I think it was 2011. That went over very well, very well. And for that, again, we're grateful.
Mhm.
Um, no complaints. Right,
Yes, yes. You've been blessed.
right, right,
Yes, and the people around you.
right.
And that is awesome. So we'd like to say hello to all our audience over there in the YouTube chat. Hi, Lady D and guest. That's Rowena Thomas. She is an author and she's an educator, and she's in Jamaica. So we want to say welcome,
Nice.
Rowena. People are there just sitting back, relaxing and listening, Dennis, and hearing us having our little
Thank
chatting
you.
moment going on over here.
Right.
Alrighty, so let's get on over to another selection of yours. Forever God is faithful. How about
Uh,
how about that one?
yeah. So let me introduce this song. So
Yes.
my church, my local assembly, Swallowfield Chapel, celebrated 50 years in 2020. But the pandemic came and we could not have had a live concert. So the pastors, the elders decided that they wanted to have a, what do you call this thing again? Virtual show.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is where this is taken from, celebrating 50 years legacy. So
Yeah. Way to go,
that's
Swallow Fields Chapel.
right.
Enjoy, everyone. Forever God is faithful.
Yes,
I'm,
man.
I'm behind the scenes here, just
Yes,
yes,
man.
dancing and having a good time, Dennis. That
Wow,
was
wow.
amazing. And
Thank
the
you.
saxophonist. Ooh,
Yeah, man. That's O'Shane Love, one
oh,
of the young, bright sparks in Jamaica. A young, young man. A matter
oh
of fact,
man.
he has come full circle because in the early days of All Together Sing, I judged him. So
Mm,
he played for one of the school choirs, and now
okay.
he's one of the saxophone
Oh,
players in my band.
amazing. That it was
Arnell Kelly.
sharp. Arnold says Dennis is such a great musician and so humble with his gift. Can't forget when he traveled with us to Maroon Town in St. James to do a little concert for the basic school that I attended as a child. Oh, nice,
Yeah, man.
Arnold.
No problem, no problem, no problem. You must
Yes,
always
and
give back, you know.
of
Sow
course.
seeds here and there. Right.
And he says, on the way back, we had to stop in Mandeville and get some shut eye since the drivers of all three vehicles were falling asleep. Wise, wise, Arnold,
Oh
wise.
yes. We used
Mhm.
to do a lot of country runs.
Yes.
We need to do some more now.
Yeah, things are opening back
Oh,
up,
John
right?
Kelly. Wow.
Yes. He
Thank
says,
you,
well
John.
done, Sir D. Very proud
Yeah.
of
John
you.
is in Canada right now.
Yes. He says, great program, Lady D. That's Arnold. Keep them
I know.
coming. Thank you,
Yeah.
Arnold. I'm trying to get into the bones to find people. Garnet and I are all doing all kinds of stuff. And here is Shari K, Aaliyah Blackwood. Hey, Shari. Sheer
Oh,
brilliance. Wow, love it. Real gifted hands.
thank you. Thank you.
Indeed,
Thank
gifted
you, Shari.
fingers, gifted fingers. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Inside of the Zone with Lady D, Denise Gomez. I need to hit the 500 mark. I looked a while ago, I'm about six shy of 500. So can you
Oh,
just,
that's
get me
right.
up, get high. By the time we get off, I should be at 500 or more.
Yes.
So get the show going here, everyone, because I have plans, but I need the numbers to work for me. Alrighty, so let's keep talking now, Dennis, because
Mhm,
we're
sure.
we're winding down nicely. So we spoke about the Dennis Rushton cue,
Right.
and now I know that there's a love duet going on, although she's a part
Oh,
of the group, but
oh
I
yes.
saw a clip on the YouTube channel
Right.
where she just relaxed in her chair while you
Yes.
played and she sang.
Oh
You're both
yes.
harmonizing together, which is so beautiful. How is that? Just singing together.
Oh, the interview gets really exciting now, right?
And it should, as it should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everybody knows I love music. Everybody knows I love table tennis. Everybody knows I love food. Yeah, I will
Mm,
just go to a restaurant just to taste, just to try it.
okay.
And everybody, Gail, obviously, everybody knows I love the Lord, obviously. But I have a special love in my heart for Carlisa, my wife.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
started out as partners in music. She was just a singer, I was just a keyboard player. I had no interest in her whatsoever. In fact, she was one of my good friends, but it's going to sound weird, but it's the truth. I thought she was ugly. Yeah, she knows. And she thought I was unattractive. So we were just co-workers, but we were very good friends at the same time.
Lord Jesus,
And
you
I'm
know what
serious.
it
I'm
is.
very serious. Very, very serious. And I'm coming from Ocherous one day, and I heard a voice say, why you don't marry a singer?" Because she was just a singer. That's it. She's a singer. I am the
Mhm.
keyboard player. That's it. Full stop. Nothing else. And of course, I ignored the voice. And when I got to about Yuatan, I heard a voice say, "Marry a singer," and I say, it makes sense. She sing and I play, and that was just it. That was just it. There was no
Mhm.
attraction. I didn't think she was beautiful. Nothing. Well, Lady D, of course, I approached her with the idea. And as usual, you know how you the ladies say. No, no, it can't work. We're just working together. I'm just a singer. You're the keyboard player. That's it. You know the usual, right? Right, right.
Yes.
You know how you ladies like to put on
Yes. Yes.
and turn us
And
down
carry on.
and carry on. And yeah, yeah. And the best thing is in front of you and you're ignoring it.
And you
Right,
don't
right,
see
right,
it.
right. You know, you choose not to see
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Yes.
anyway,
Yes.
anyway, let me try and cut this short. I get very excited when I talk about my wife
That's all
because
right.
God has used her to turn my life around. When we
Mhm.
started dating, I was in a very dark place, very dark place. I won't go into the details of that now. And
Yes.
so we started to date eventually. I cutting out some details now, and we started to work together. And I realized, but this feels good. It feels good to be able to work with my well, she was
Mhm.
my fiance at the time, and
Mhm.
a lot of doors have been open. A lot of people have asked us to come and sing and play, and we just take up our things and go and play and sing for the fun of it. Um, we're not trying to make money or anything. But yeah, we still need to
Yeah.
live, but we actually we absolutely enjoy working with each other. So when I'm on the keyboard and she's singing, I am like I feel complete. A
Oh,
matter of fact, those videos that you saw in my home studio, is she
yes.
shoot them. So we
Yes.
really
Yes.
have a team, we work like a team. The shirt that I'm wearing, it's my wife
Mhm.
who designed the shirt.
Sure. Hmm.
So
All
all of this
right.
thing here, yeah, the bow ties
Yeah.
that I wear on the television, she makes them.
She
So
makes
so we
them.
really work together, and she's my nurse as well.
Yes.
you
Well,
know,
congrats, and I wish you
yes, ma'am.
both so
Thank you.
much more
We just
love and
celebrated 5 lovely years, and we're looking forward
amazing.
to
It's five already.
five already.
Then Dennis,
2016.
when you did put up this something and we say you're married and all kind of something, that's 5 years ago.
Yeah, 2016, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in our sixth year now, and I'm already making plans for our sixth wedding anniversary in December
Oh,
as we
child.
speak. Oh,
I.
she didn't know that she's listening, so she's like, "Oh, you have plans."
Yes. Well,
Yeah, man.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I
So we
love
go
that.
everywhere together. We perform together
Of
exclusively
course.
now, right?
Exclusively now. So let's just acknowledge before we go to another selection of yours. Let's see if anybody else. You hear Garnet says every musician love food. I guess he does. And he says, I pray for you, Dennis.
Thank you, Garnet.
Really, it's really good. So we do have another selection here for you, ladies and gentlemen, because Dennis just, kind of messed me up, man. It's so good, so good. So I'm going to go to this one. I think you did this last evening. Hmm. Yes, let's see. Well,
Uh,
I've never heard everything to God in prayer like that. So I'm just gonna
oh,
say yes, yes.
yeah.
That was
Thank
that
you.
was good, 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 good. So let me jump on over because we're winding down nicely. Dennis, we did good this
Yes.
evening. Ah,
On 15 minutes.
yes, we're
That's been
doing.
exciting.
Yes, we're doing good. So I want to say good evening to everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Inside the Zone with the Lady D, Denise Gomez. And I must always acknowledge Garnet Gibson because Garnet, he helps me with the technical side, ensuring that the audio is where it needs to be, nice and clear, so that nobody not sending us a message that they can't hear us, Dennis.
Yeah.
So it's good. So stay with us. We'll be right back. Okay. Oh, I do apologize for that. Something slipped up. That's Garnet Gibson for you out of Garnet Works Productions. Please
Nice.
support him. Yes, please support him. And he also teaches piano, the keyboard as well. So, he has his students and they are doing very well. So,
I need to talk to him
congrats.
about lessons, by the way. But anyway, that's
Hmm,
another story.
that's another story. Okay. Andrea was enjoying the selection we played a few minutes ago. She said, clap him, clap him.
Thank you.
Yes. And John Kelly says, yeah, bro, that classical jazz touch masterclass.
Thank you. John plays the saxophone, by the way, in Canada.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, okay, very nice. And Paul says, fantabulous, Paul Blackwood. Mhm.
Yes.
Paul says, fantabulous. So let's talk, and then we will be wrapping up with another selection in a few minutes. So, Dennis, here we go. Where were we now? So we got to um, your next step. We want to go with you, so you can't leave us.
Oh, well, COVID is here now, so we're unable, based on the government's regulation, we're unable to do a lot of live performances. So we're pretty much on a standstill as far as live performances are concerned. For now, I'm just at church playing.
Mhm.
Um, and we're my wife and I are making an effort to do some recordings. We just set up at the studio the other day, but now we find out we need to buy new equipment and so on. So that's on a pause again. We're
Mhm.
going to try and get those equipment and then see if we can get a song or two out there,
Okay.
get her voice out there, as well as soon as the government opens back, we want to be able to play and do some live performances and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's
Wonderful.
that's the headspace.
Yes, and don't forget us, the virtual crew, so
No,
that we
no,
can see you when you're doing what you're doing.
right,
Yes,
right.
we would love to be. Don't leave us. Hello.
And
Don't leave.
eventually, when it's appropriate and it's safe to do so, we want to come to New York as well.
Absolutely. And
Right.
that would be good.
It
That
would be
would be good.
nice to perform right there in your big
in
fancy
my
studio
in
there.
my big fancy
The
studio
big
here.
fancy studio right there. With
Uh,
garnet on a second keyboard.
yes, that would be
Yeah,
great. That
yeah,
would be
that
awesome.
would be awesome.
Love that idea. Alrighty, so fun segment. One, I'd like you to give me one word answers only.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're wrapping up, but I had to put you through the ringer. One word answers only. Music.
Jazz,
Nice. Life.
fun,
Love.
exciting,
Heartbreak.
disappointment,
Hmm. Jamaica.
lovely. It's hard
It's
to use
hard to,
one.
it's hard.
It's hard,
I know.
because when you think about the jerk chicken and the
Mhm.
lamb burger and the rabbit meat and the
I,
duck meat
I,
and ackee and saltfish, and my
I,
wife wants me to say vegetables like
mhm,
tomato and cabbage. Yeah,
yeah.
and not to mention the white sand beaches. Let me stop. Let me
Yes,
stop. Let me
yes,
stop.
yes. Nobody carry we with. Because when we step outside here, so now, we feel a whiff of cool.
Yeah, oh, really? I'm
Mhm.
going to the beach tomorrow.
That's why we have friends in certain corners. You leave some friends in one corner, and then because right now I feel like leaving you in that particular corner.
Yeah, we'll go to the
Mhm.
beach and we'll send him videos.
But I tell you something, the other day, Florida was experiencing a bit of
Yes.
cold air,
Oh,
and a
yes.
friend of mine was saying that a good feel no can put up now current situation 80 and 75, right?
Yes.
Because they
Yes.
were like in the 40s and stuff.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So, alrighty. And lastly, Dennis Rushton,
Wow. Um, focused. Yeah, focused.
focused.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you did good. So that's a wrap, Dennis. We loved every minute of you. And,
Thank you.
in Jamaica, we say walk good, but we're not going walk good right now because we have one more selection, ladies and gentlemen, for you before we officially close out. Stay with us. And there are persons over in the chat who wants to say something. Maybe I should
Sure.
just pop on over before.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see.
I'm enjoying this so much, and if you want to go on for another 2, 3 minutes, it's fine.
It's fine. It's fine with you.
Oh,
Yes.
that girl, Carlisa Henry, is my wife.
I know. I realized that.
Oh,
That's so
mm-hmm.
I had to pop it up here. So you
Oh,
can see that she's in your corner always.
oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Yes, yes. All righty, let's get to some music here now. Stay with us. You don't go nowhere. Lord, redemption. Oh Lord.
I must confess, if you would
Yeah.
allow me 30 seconds, I was playing that from a very deep place.
Mm-hmm.
Bob Marley, I don't really play reggae much, as you probably pick up, but
Yes.
Bob Marley is one of my heroes. Bob Marley is one of the persons I listen to when I want to be inspired. Why? Because as a child, when Bob Marley music came on the radio, I would turn it off and hiss my teeth and say, "What kind of foolishness that?"
Mm-hmm.
And not realizing that Bob Marley was way ahead of his time.
Mm-hmm. No,
So
yes.
35, 40, 50 years ago, we didn't appreciate him really.
Mm-hmm.
And he kept doing what he had to do. He
Mm-hmm.
kept doing the vision that he got, or he said he
Yes.
got.
Yes.
And now we are enjoying, or we are watching the fruit of his labor.
Mm-hmm.
So I spoke about being focused.
Yes.
Um Bob Marley is one of those persons that I think about when I'm playing. So whenever I get a chance to perform that song, it's from a very deep place
Deep.
because I'm playing back a song from that represents a man that I used to ignore,
Mm-hmm.
but because he had a dream and he was focused on
Yeah.
doing music his way. And see, he got Song of the Century the other day, a few
Yes,
years
sir.
ago.
Mm-hmm.
you know. So as
Mm-hmm.
it realized, it almost felt like a worship song a while ago.
Yes, I was about to say I
Yeah,
wanted to raise my hands.
and it's the kind of music you want to listen
Yes.
to at 1 in the morning, 12. Or if
Mm-hmm.
you're driving, think about you getting in the car now in New York and you're driving along the white sand beaches in the grill, and you have that playing, you know what I mean? Or you
Yes,
go
yes.
you go to a candlelight dinner with your father or
Mm,
mother, and that is playing in the background.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
I get you. Oh Lord.
deep
Hugh
place.
Cam says very interesting interview. Thank you for sharing
Thank you,
that.
Hugo.
And the depth, the depth of
Sure.
where it came from. Because I could see how emotional you were as you were
Yes,
playing.
yes, yes.
Yes, I could see
And we
that.
recorded that last night.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
One shot.
Yes. Yes, yes. Alma, she's in Jamaica. She says,
Oh,
great sounds, brother.
thank you, Alma.
Her son, Joel Graham, he's
Okay.
promising he goes to Edna Manley.
Oh, nice, nice,
Yes, and
nice,
he's learning the drums and he plays the keyboard. And I had
nice.
him here. He's a good drummer. Yeah. Yeah. So
Nice.
there, John Kelly says it's hard to put in words as a fellow musician. He has a touch that is so brilliant. Total
Thanks, John.
class.
Thanks,
Yes.
John. John is very, very supportive.
Wonderful. So we are wrapping up now, ladies and gentlemen. It has been an entertaining, informative, enlightening evening. An evening with a heart. Dennis is just who he is. You ask him a question, he just answer. You don't have to go into too much, fanfare and colors. You
Right,
just authentic like that. So we
right.
thank you so much. And to our audience, and thanks to your wife for assisting you in getting the video. We can go and
Yes.
acknowledge her.
And
So,
the
and the
shirt.
shirt,
Yeah.
you're
You what you call it?
sporting.
Wardrobe. Yes.
Right. Absolutely. So, yes, extend my appreciation to her
Sure, sure,
and for
sure. Yes,
having
because
you
she had to,
join me.
she spent the whole day vaccinating people. Yes, we preach vaccination in this country. And then she had to come
Right.
over and video shoot me. I almost said shoot me, but video shoot me.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
And we thank
thank
her
you.
for that. And
Definitely.
thank her for that. So thank you for joining us for another
Yeah,
edition.
can I
Hmm.
interrupt? One of my
Yes.
dreams for you and my wife to sing together. Let's make that happen one day.
Hallelujah. We have to go get some we have to go get some sandpaper. We have to go get some sandpaper. But yes, because I can sing. I just haven't been singing. But
Yeah.
yeah, we go work on it. We go
Okay.
work on the
So when we
tune.
come to New York, when we're coming to New York, we'll call you
Mhm.
and we'll hook up
That's right.
and we'll
And
we'll
see
we'll have a drink and
see
talk
what
about it.
note we can come up with.
Right,
And
right, right.
yeah,
And remember now, it was discussed on Gifted Fingers Touch,
fingers. So
right?
we have to follow through. So
Right.
here is Joel, who we just spoke of. He says,
Oh,
the great Dennis Rushton. He has
thank you,
heard of
Joel.
you.
Thank you,
He
sir.
says, Fortis forever.
It well, that's a purple and white thing. I won't
Yeah.
say anything bad about purple and white. Hugo Campbell was from KC as well. Let's
Yeah.
just say I'm from Calabar High School, green and
Uh-huh.
black, and I will leave it there, you know.
Yes,
But I
yes.
do respect KC. Don't get me wrong. I do respect KC,
The
you know.
rivalry continues.
It continues.
Yes,
When
yes.
we get to champs, we'll see what happens.
Right. So here is Angie from Divine Connection says, Lady D sings.
Yes, she sings. So
And
I've heard.
Andrea says, of course she can sing. Andrea, know I can
Okay.
sing.
All
All
right.
right. So it
Wonderful.
has been a beautiful evening, Dennis. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I hope tomorrow when you go to worship at Field Chapel, you'll extend our love and blessing to them
Sure.
and that
Sure.
they have you as a gem, in their
Oh,
congregation and that you're helping to build the ministry
sure.
and it is all good. So we thank everyone for tuning in and we're going to go now because, we have lots to do now. The
No
night
problem.
don't finish yet. So
Yeah, yeah.
blessings to everyone.
I'm looking
And
forward to my
so
dinner now.
right.
I drop in
So
a hint.
yes, man, I get you. I get you. I didn't get to do mine either.
Right, right. But
Right. Yes.
I'm just trying to tell somebody I'm expecting them to cook, you know. But
Okay. At 8:35 at night. I don't know. Yeah, that's all right. So Dennis, you just want to do your, closing comments right now before we go.
Oh, well, I'd like to encourage all the young musicians out there. I'd like to encourage all the young writers out there. I'd like to encourage the young singers out there. You can make it. We don't have to compete. You don't have to be the next Bob Marley. You don't even have to be the next Whitney Houston. You can be your mark. You can be the next Donnie McClurkin. You can be the next CC Winans. You can be the next Lady D. You know, it starts somewhere. Just stay focused. Um, avoid avoid the distractions. Whatever you decide to do, if you decide to be a songwriter, focus on your songwriting skills. Look at Babyface; he has written several songs for other people.
Yes, about
People
other
like
people.
people like even like R. Kelly, he has written several songs for other people.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
there's a songwriting, there is a teaching. You may be a music teacher, you may be a dancer, whatever you're doing in the creative arts. I'd like to encourage all of us to stay focused. I know it's a difficult time now in this lockdown, especially in Jamaica. The last 2 years, a lot of us have not done any work. I know
Mhm.
musicians who have not earned a dollar since March 2020. So
Yes.
it's a very rough period. There were some of us who saved. So we're living off those savings, and the savings is going down,
Down.
down, down. And for those of us who have loving, supportive families, whether we have mother, father, or a loving wife, I would want to encourage us to cherish them, because it's a good thing we have them now in this
Mhm.
season. So I like to encourage all of us in the creative industry to just stay focused, do what we have to do. It's a good time to be writing, it's a good time to be preparing, it's a good time to be planting seeds so that we'll be able to reap the rewards come June, July, August, because we can't stay in lockdown forever,
That's
you know.
true.
So
Mhm.
right, I want to encourage
Thank
us to
you.
just stay focused and do what we have to do and leave our mark on this Jamaica land we love, and indeed the
Absolutely.
world.
Yes. So Dean Harvey, respect Dennis, my friend.
Oh, thank you. Wow,
Mhm, mhm.
wow.
You
Surely
know, so
did.
we sing at Paul wedding 31
31
years ago. You
31
said,
years ago, but I thought you were only 28.
you see that? Hallelujah. 31 years ago, Paul. Oh, Lord.
Oh my.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yes.
So
Fellow C. Barman. Huh?
yes.
Yes.
So you want to sing?
If want to do what?
If you
I
want to
didn't hear
sing a
you.
line, let me hear. If you want to
Oh
sing, Kirk
Lord,
Batik. Oh, he went to Calabar as well. My very good
we
friend.
went to Calabar with
Yeah.
you.
You,
Okay,
you want
very
to sing a
nice.
line? Let me hear.
No, sir, me rusty bad man. Me no want go crack in the night. You after this a good show. But certainly, when I'm ready again. Yes, I
Sure,
direct
sure,
my
sure.
choir and stuff, but I don't sing. Mm,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
Nice,
direct, but
nice,
I don't
nice.
sing. Yes.
Looking
So
forward to that.
to meeting you. Yes, when next you come to New York.
Yes,
All
sure.
right. So
We
blessings,
will make
everyone.
we will make it a date.
We'll make it a date. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to Gifted Fingers Touching Lives, a gift, a calling, a purpose. It has been my pleasure. And I had the perfect host. He
Oh,
just flowed with me and we synced, and the show happened, and it's now gone
yes,
down in our history book.
yes,
So
yes, yes.
thanks to
I
everyone. So
really enjoyed it.
I'm
I
glad.
really
I'm glad
enjoyed
you
it. Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Yes, I'm glad you did. All righty. So stay with me, Denise. Don't go anywhere. But to everyone else, a lot of love and blessings to you. We're out of here.